Hi, I'm Mark Tyrrell of Uncommon Knowledge and hypnosisdownloads.com, and welcome to How to Overcome Porn Addiction and Get Your Life Back. Break the cycle of porn addiction in 5 easy steps. A client of mine, I'll always remember, and he sat there in his suit and he wept and he said, "I've stopped going out. I'm scared I'll get discovered doing it at work. I don't even want to see my girlfriend. It's ruining my life." Now, Jeremy wasn't talking about alcohol or crack cocaine or marijuana. He was talking about the porn addiction that had been dictating his work and social life, even the amount he was sleeping. "Honestly," he said, "it's as if I'm being held ransom by the need to look at the stuff." Porn addiction is as real as any other chronic dependency. And sure, you're not injecting or ingesting anything into your body, but chronic porn viewing does have a physical effect. Exhaustion of dopamine release in the brain, for one. And the time spent ingesting porn is mind-numbing and leaves you exhausted and can also lead to impotence. After hours of viewing porn on his computer, Jeremy couldn't switch off his mind enough to sleep. Internet porn addiction, like online gambling, is easier to fall into now because what once involved going out and meeting others face-to-face or buying magazines can now be done easily and covertly at the click of a button. And this availability makes it all the more potentially devastating. So why does porn addiction happen? Am I really addicted to pornography? Being addicted to porn isn't, strangely, just about sex. Viewing porn is hypnotic in that it narrows the focus of attention and makes us lose track of time. So people use it for escapism, but in the end, people always want to escape the very thing they were using to escape. Jeremy said as much. If I was having a rough time at work or being rowing with a girlfriend, for example, I'd use porn to just forget about everything. And eventually, of course, the cure becomes the curse. So how do you tell if you're actually addicted to porn? Well, if you feel it controls you and you regularly view porn for hours and often feel you can't stop, and if it affects work and social life and even your sleep, and in Jeremy's case, even made him miss meals, then it needs to be dealt with if it's encroaching on your life in any way. And the problem, Jeremy told me with a shaking voice, is that my job needs a lot of very detailed concentration, but porn blunts the senses and leaves you feeling unable to focus or concentrate on anything else. It can also leave you feeling disgusted with yourself. Excessive porn viewing steals time away from actual real life and potentially productive projects and can certainly damage a person's sex life. The more porn you view, the more you want to view, and the more extreme it needs to be to give you the same buzz. How porn addiction lies to you. So like any addictive behavior, porn ultimately never delivers what it seems to promise. First, there's the feeling of building expectation before you start viewing. You sort of know you're going to do it, and there's that expectancy. At first, there's the excitement, but then, bit by bit, you start to feel hollow as the pornographic gorge gathers pace. And, as with all binges, you start to feel overloaded and bloated with images. When you do finally stop, you feel worse than you did to start with, as you experience the post-binge come down. But as Jeremy found, there is a way back. So here are 5 key steps to overcoming porn addiction. Number 1, feel the consequences before they happen. Have you ever noticed how in the moments before you view porn, you're stuck in the moment? How you become blinkered to how you're going to feel after viewing porn. You're just thinking about what you're going to do, but not what it's going to be like after you've done it. How the excitement clouds out the reality of the post-viewing exhaustion or disappointment or shame or disgust. So next time you feel tempted for whatever reason, walk away from the computer or DVD or magazine and sit in another room just for 20 seconds. Close your eyes and really focus on the memory of the reality of how you feel after a porn viewing session. Okay, because that's the reality. Focus in on the tiredness, the self-disgust and disappointment, the feeling of foggy-headedness. Get into the habit of doing this. It's like unmasking a seemingly attractive stranger and discovering the ugly reality within. And at this point, you may feel conflicted. It's as if one part of your brain is trying to trick another part of your brain. So, number 2, challenge the porn baloney. So step 2 is to challenge the addictive part of your brain that tells you stuff like, it's not so bad, plenty of people do it. Okay, these justifications or rationalizations. So your challenge to that could be, you could tell yourself, yeah, and plenty of people self-harm, or I don't want to be like all those other people out there doing it. Okay, or there might be, it's okay, you only need to do it for a few minutes. Just have a look and challenge that with something like, yeah, sure, look how much time I waste usually, and I always think I'm only going to do it for a few minutes. I know that you won't let me get away lightly. It's all or nothing with this. Okay, or come on, you've had a difficult day, you deserve it. And you could challenge that by saying to yourself perhaps, yeah, and this would make it 10 times worse. I need something that is really going to make me feel better about myself. Or, who's going to know? It doesn't matter. No one's going to know about it. You could challenge that with something like, well, don't I matter? Because I'm going to know. And anyway, others could find out. So whenever you catch yourself trying to justify looking at porn, learn to challenge it. And you can do this by first catching what the attempted phony sales technique or baloney of your mind are that try to get you to view porn. So write these down, then write really good objections to them. Number 3, gain insight into how porn addictions work. So think about when the danger times are. What's different about these times? So are you more likely to be procrastinating from a work project, or feeling bored or lonely or unappreciated or tired? Okay, using porn because you're tired and need to rest the brain has the effect of making you much more tired. Okay, make a plan for when you feel like this that doesn't involve flinging portions of your life away on porn. If you feel tired, close your eyes for 20 minutes and relax. Have a bath or even go for a walk. Exercise can often make us feel more energized, and you find that after you've done something like that, often the urge is gone. Get to know yourself and when you're more likely to be taken in by porn's promptings. Plan ahead by telling yourself, okay, tonight is the end of a long week and I'll be tired and maybe a bit stressed. I know it's a porn danger time, so I'm going to the gym after work. Then I'll arrange to meet friends, and the more you walk away from porn, the easier it becomes to walk away. Also, think about the times when you haven't used porn, even when you had the opportunity. What was different about those times? Really think about that, because therein lies the solution. Okay. Number 4, use your imagination to help yourself. It's often been said that the largest sexual organ is the brain. And if you feel genuinely sexy, then rather than dulling your imagination by passively watching porn, learn to fantasize. You'll spend much less time doing this and can direct your own porn within your mind. You'll find this ultimately more satisfying, but strangely less compulsive than viewing porn. So why is this? Well, addiction relies on unpredictable rewards. And that means that we feel more compelled to keep doing something if its rewards are unreliable. So slot machines, or even email or text, can be addictive because they don't always give us something worthwhile. Okay, so check out reference 1 below this. If slot machines always paid out, they'd be strangely unaddictive. So it's the same with porn. Some images do it for you and some don't, and you keep looking for the ones that do. Your own fantasy can be consistently rewarding and therefore less addictive, saving you time and energy. Number 5, go do something more interesting instead. Ideally, what would you rather be doing with time that you've been wasting on porn? Furthering your career, perfecting playing a musical instrument, socializing, meeting people, even watching TV can feel more productive. Time isn't infinite, of course. One day there'll be no more tomorrows. So rather than spending time worrying about porn viewing or feeling guilty, start focusing on what you really want to do with your life. Suppose someone spent 40 hours viewing repetitive porn, and porn is repetitive. How good would they become if they use those 40 hours to cook or read or write? How fit would you be if you ran for those hours or took dance classes or anything else? How informed would you be if you viewed the History Channel for that time? What we put into our heads is just as important as the diet we give our bodies. Jeremy hasn't viewed porn for 3 months, and he tells me he has amazing energy, has got his mind back, and feels like he can respect himself again and have sex with his partner. So I hope you found that useful, and if you did, please hit like and subscribe. And if you want to hear when my next video is published, hit the notification bell below. I'm Mark Tyrrell of Uncommon Knowledge and hypnosisdownloads.com. And if you'd like to try some of my personal development products, head over to hypnosisdownloads.com and take a look around right now. And thanks for watching.